Yo, what's up traders? Welcome to a new video. In this video, I'll be showing you a simple 1-minute scalping strategy that is perfect for beginners. By the way, comment I subscribe so I can meet you guys and I know exactly who my subscribers are. Without further ado, let's get started. Okay, for this trading strategy, I'm looking at the Euro USD chart and I'm using TradingView as a charting platform, and I'm looking at the 1-minute time frame. And for this trading strategy we need two indicators, so go over here to the indicator tab and then we are looking for the Ichimoku cloud. Over here you click on that, and also make sure to use the commodity channel index, aka CCI. But we do not use the default settings for these indicators. We will adjust the settings, so make sure to use the default settings for the Ichimoku indicator, but we change over here the lagging span. We disable the lagging span. We do not use that for our trading strategy, and you can play around with the conversion line if you prefer a green color or a yellow color or a black or white color. That's fine as well. I will leave this to blue. And yeah, of course you can also play around with the background colors. Over here we see red and we see green, and if you think, well, I do not see it clearly, this green color, then you can make it brighter, or yeah, whatever you want. Yeah, I like this one over here. So make sure to disable the lagging span and use this as default, and then we go to CCI and it is set at 20, but make sure to use the 14 level. And style, yeah, you can play around with the colors if you like. I will leave it on blue, and make sure to use the upper band 100 and minus 100, and then you will see something like this. And yeah, it could be a little bit overwhelming, all the lines, etc., but the strategy is quite simple to follow. Let me show you a sell example. Over here we see that the price is below the red cloud. Then we see that the blue line is below the red line. And the only thing we need to do is wait for the CCI line to cross above the 100 line and then come back in the zone and closes below the 100 line, which is about here. And we place our stop loss above the latest high, which could be about here, because this is a high, or you can also place it about here if you want to be more safe. So this is a more conservative trade, and then you're aiming for at least a 1-to-1, but yeah, normally I would go for a 1.5 to 1 risk reward ratio trade, which is about here. So this is a nice example of a sell trade. Again, the rules: the price needs to be below the red cloud. We need to see the blue line below the red line, and then we need to wait for the CCI line to come to cross the 100 line and come back in the zone and closes below the 100 level. Over here, as you can see, this is the 100 level. It closes below, then we take the trade, and we use a 1.5 to 1 risk reward ratio trade in this example. Let me show you a buy trade as well. Alright, over here we see that the price is above the green cloud. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is the blue line needs to be above the red line, which is also the case. Then we drop down, and over here we see, yeah, from this moment we see that the CCI line is below the minus 100 level. So now it starts to become interesting for us, and we need to wait for the CCI line to cross above, back in the zone, and that happens about here. And as we can see, the blue line is below the red line, so this trading setup is invalid. Up to the next one. Over here we see that the price is above the green cloud, and we see that the blue line is above the red line. We drop down and we see, it's hard to see, let me zoom in a little bit. We see that the blue line is below the minus 100 level, and then it crosses above the the minus 100 level over here at this candle. So this was below, and then over here it is above. It closes back in the zone. So over here, this is a valid example. We take a buy trade, we place our stop loss below the latest low, which is about here. This was a low. You can also use a more conservative trade, and then you place your stop loss about here. For this example, we use a 1.5 to 1 risk reward ratio trade, and that is about here. So you really have a tight stop loss, so make sure to use a broker that uses the lowest fees, the lowest spread you can imagine. I have 2 recommendations down below in the description, but make sure you really use a broker with low fees, because then you would get stopped out if it makes a little move to the downside. And in that case, if you do not have a broker with really low fees, then you need to place your stop loss about here. And let me see, yeah, you would make a 1-to-1 trade was possible. That was about here, but a 1.5 to 1 trade was, let me show you, maybe it went even higher. Yeah, that would be a winner as well, but it took a while. It took a few hours. So that would be a winner as well, but it's better to, of course, use a broker with the lowest fees. But this is an example of a buy trade as well. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know what kind of videos you want to see next. I'll see you in the next video.